down, and they moved him all over the line, but they put him down at Randy Gregory or DeMarcus Lawrence or even sometimes from the middle. He was wreaking havoc. Yeah. As he said after the game, there are a lot of tired guys over there trying to block me, and that is exactly right. Sometimes they blocked him at the expense of somebody else getting loose.
Well, the thing was, Skip, is what they did. They found a weak link. The right tackle, Bulaga was out,
gone.
And they put the backup in there, and he wore him out. He was inside, outside, spinning him like a top.
Okay, so we wind up with 198 yards rushing. Who saw that coming?
No.
A team that is just pass happy to the point of being pass nutty, right? Mm-hmm. We ran the football right down their throats. We took control of the game early, and then we took back control of the game late. That's how you win games on the road. My quarterback won for the first time in 7 road games. He was 0-6 in his last 6 road games, and he finally broke through and deserved to win this one because he took it over late. And here's a little stat for you. My team is now 25-0 under Dak Prescott as a starter when they run more than pass. Aha! Maybe they found the magic formula. Maybe they told Dak you can't check out of every run call that you get in your helmet, right?
Well, maybe because they got Zach Martin back and you don't want to be checking out of it. It's a whole different ballgame. You like Connor McGovern, but he ain't Zach Martin.
And he didn't get to play yesterday. I thought maybe he would be in place of Biotish at center, but it didn't seem to matter. They hung on. I still think Biotish gets overmatched, and occasionally he got just ramrodded and knocked on his tail yesterday. But it did not matter. And my defense continues to make plays when they absolutely have to be made. Could we see what my man Trevon Diggs did just shock me in the first quarter when out of nowhere, I thought, here comes Justin Herbert. He went 20 yards and 22 yards, and I thought, oh, he's just going to march down the field. And here's Justin Herbert to Trevon Diggs. He just snuck right in front of the receiver and just snatched it. Now, that's a Pro Bowl play to me, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a kid.
Undercut it right. He knows he's running the deep over. Look, undercut it.
And he got him, and he caught it.
Got it.
And a lot of DBs can't catch that ball because that was a really good catch. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, so then Dak comes right back, not to his credit, and just when I think we're just going to storm in from 14-0, and he throws an inexplicable interception. 6:09 in the first quarter, if we could see this. He just throws it to nobody. I don't know where it's going. It sails. It's just like, I don't know. I think it was for CD.
It was, because Amari was running the clear at CD, and it just sailed on him, Skip. It just sailed on him.
It just sailed. So this is the kind of play that my team just unravels over, where they look at each other like, here we go again.
Right.
But they didn't, here we go again. They gave up a field goal, so it's only 7-3.
Right.
And then we come right back and we go 75 yards and 7 plays at the end of the quarter, and we are ahead 14-3. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying this team is different. This team has a new spirit. This team has a new collective force about it, where it's got some young talent that doesn't know the difference. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, we just might have this. So they roar back in the second quarter, and they cut it to 14-11, the weirdest score ever. It was the only 14-11 halftime score in the history of the National Football League. And yet near the end of the first half, we have another blunder. The kid Kamara, who was the star who emerged on Hard Knocks, we got to see his mom, the family from Africa, and he barely made the team. We got to see him make the team. And so he's trying to make a play on a punt block, and you just can't make it. It was just overzealous.
But Skip, I don't know why you would call this. Why would you even call punt block in a situation like this, Skip?
I don't know. And I'm not sure if it was a called punt block. I don't know. Maybe he just got a wild hair and said, I'm going to be a star. I'm going to make a play. I'm going to live up.
Yeah.
And it's not just running into, it is roughing. And fates were with us. They missed their 44-yard field goal. And that's when I said, maybe this is our day.
I don't know, Skip. A guy that barely makes the team, he's not going to go rogue and says, you know what, I'm going to go block this. Because normally your job is to stand the guy up, block the guy on the return, unless they call punt block.
Yep, I agree. So then very quickly, could we see a very interesting play that happened at the end of the half? Because instead of throwing Hail Mary to the end zone, you went half a Hail Mary to CD, who suddenly gets loose. This man can run with the football. They ran him out of the backfield once for 13 yards, and he's loose, And for a while, I thought he was just going to say, I got this, but the play that's called is it's a lateral play. And here comes Zeke. And at the end of the play, I'm thinking, if that had been Tony Pollard, would maybe he have had that gear and gotten to the pylon? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But Zeke is not the speedster he used to be at the Ohio State.
That's the Miami play against your Patriots.
And that is true. That is exactly what it was, but it didn't quite get home. And so I thought maybe that would have done it. You know, that's the kind of play that wins the game. But now we got to do it the hard way. And could we see then what happens? It gets to be 3rd and goal at the 9. This is late in the third quarter, and it looked like we're in trouble again. And guess who came out of nowhere? My little man Kazee from Atlanta, who played for the worst pass defense in the history of pro football last year in Atlanta. He makes this play on Justin Herbert. Whew! Kazee made a play just the way he made it on Chris Godwin, remember, at Tampa when Chris Godwin looked like he was going in for the big touchdown that would have broken the game open.
Keenan Allen slipped.
Yep, he slipped. And Kazee makes a play. So we had 2 big picks of Justin Herbert. I'm going to remind everybody, that's the same Justin Herbert who converted 14 of 19 third downs at Washington, the team that I don't know, we'll find out later today which team you think in the East is the biggest threat. It was Philly, then it went to Washington. Who knows? It may be the Giants by today.
They're going to be the Giants.
Okay, but Justin Herbert beat the team I think you think is the biggest threat to Dallas. At Washington. He beat them with 14 of 19 third down conversions, and my team intercepted him twice in game-turning situations, right?
Right.
Okay, so then I've got to show one more play here. In the next series, Dak gets sacked, and it's a huge play. It's a 3rd and 9 play from the 16. This is with 11:21 left in the game. He gets sacked, and he fumbles, and this could have ended me. And guess who pounced on the football? My Hall of Fame bound guard, Zach Martin. He makes the play of the game for me because if you don't fall on this ball, I think we're cooked.
Right.
Speaking of Jared Cook, who we're about to get to. But I thought we were cooked. And Zach Martin says, I got this. And that set up the ability to kick a field goal that gave you the 17-14 lead.
And you also lucky, Skip. What happens normally when guys get like that? They get rolled up from the back?
Usually they do. I would agree with you. Okay, so now speaking to Jared Cook. And by the way, Jared Cook, he's the biggest mystery in the league to me. He's now on his 6th team, and every time I see him, he's just making plays. He makes plays all over the field. He has killed me time and time again, and he's on his 6th team. I don't understand it.
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Because?
Because his football, his football IQ is not what Skip. When I mentioned the penalties, Keenan Allen got a penalty for taunting.
Yep.
He got a penalty for taunting. Skip, if you look up the definition.
Okay, but that didn't even matter. The taunt, he did taunt.
Right.
But before the fact, there was an illegal shift. Okay, so let's go to that play. It's 1st and goal at the 2-yard line? Yeah, 1st and goal at the 2. And they get called for an illegal shift that was not explained. So I don't even know what happened, but it has to be Jared Cook.
No. At the top of the screen, Skip.
Do you think so?
Go back. If you can get it.
Let's see it. Because
the guy's in motion, and he's still stepping forward.
Okay.
And you got to come set.
It looked like Jared Cook was not set.
Look at the guy at the top. See?
Did he back up a little bit?
Yep.
But I thought Jared Cook, watch 87 in the slot, he sort of leans forward like he didn't get set. I'm not sure. Watch Jared Cook.
Bro,
did he get set? I don't know.
But here's the thing. He can look at the guys at the top of the screen and see they're moving. You stop. Okay, then you start to move again.
I got it. So was it a fair call is all I know because at first I couldn't find it.